Woo! Hey everyone, welcome to Atmoseeker. I'm Sebastian. Welcome to this show. This is a place for tabletop gaming atmosphere. We got Braino here. He's all charged up and ready to go, aren't you, pal? You can say hi to the Mosley folks.
Hey, happy to be here. Happy to have you here. Happy to see you.
Thanks a lot, pal. Good to have you. And if you're new to the channel, we do a lot of videos based on tabletop gaming atmosphere, that kind of ilk. I see we already have some folks in the chat as well. Welcome, Dalcinia, Victor, Ildor? Ildor, good to see you there. And yeah, we're just kind of relaxing in here. We're going to be having a look at the table. It's still kind of set up from an old Trench Crusade video that I've got, which is actually probably going to drop sometime this week. It's already in early access for my glorious patrons who are supporting the show. And I just want to say a huge thank you at the top of the stream to all my amazing Patreon supporters, including my Seeker level patrons, Anthony Von Olen, Blake Daly, Chris Andrus, Constructed Chaos, Devante, Dr. Justin L. Hamrick, John A. Johnson, Michael Dykes, Mini Wargaming, and The Little Brick. Thanks everyone for your amazing support, and it's amazing to have you here as well. I feel like I'm very, very bright, very washed out, very bad. We got chill here. Dark Kamui, good to see you here. How can you see with no eyes? That's a good question, Braino. What do you have to say to something like that?
Slag off.
Oh. No, we've got to play nice because we want them to like and subscribe, all this kind of things. Good job, Ryan, be a bit nice. Okay, okay. Well, at least.
Yeah, hit that subscribe button.
Oh, well, we're getting a little bit of a hitch here, but yeah, because we're pushing things to the maximum here on the stream. I've got all kinds of filters and stuff. You also can see I've got a whole bunch of stuff in front of me. I've got some stuff I've been tweaking with the whole kind of setup that we've got on the board over. Is it this way, over here, that way, that way. That's so yeah. This is all the board kind of left over from the video that's dropping this week. That's going to be looking at with this kind of the trenches themselves. Folks in the Patreon are already kind of getting early access to that video, which is cool. And yeah, I'm thinking maybe Thursday or Friday it'll drop. So, but yeah, there's a little fun little intro there. It's with my kids' debut on some murdering Trench Crusade type stuff. So yeah, no, it's all good fun. And that's how I like to do it. I like to keep it all nice and fun on here. Hopefully you're all doing well. I know it's kind of like early in the week. But yeah, I was just like, look, it doesn't, all it says in here is time. It doesn't say what the day it is the week, but you know, it's kind of like a thinking thing. It's a thinking thing. That's right.
Come on, man, they're waiting.
Yes, that's right. So we're going to have a look at the old board that I've been working on. Are we dropping some frames? I don't know. Let me know in the chat if things are struggling. I know I'm pushing the laptop pretty hard with a whole bunch of cameras and stuff. It might look a little bit different just because we had to change up some things, just with some technical issues, whatever. But yeah, basically we've been working on this whole kind of like, I keep going the wrong way. This way. We've been working on this whole staging area. There are a couple of improvements that we've made recently. One of the major improvements is I put a little one of these smart LED strips in there, which I thought was pretty cool. If we switch over to the slider vision, now you can see we've got it all kind of like close up in there, and underneath, if I tilt it down a bit, do we tilt it down? Can we see it? Oh yeah, you can see that strip right there. Oh, I need my phone because I can turn it on. I haven't hooked it up yet to the old pad here. Whoa, oh god. It's in here somewhere. What have we got? Hue. It's one of the Hue ones because I found like the Philips Hue ones to be pretty responsive for this kind of thing. All right, here we go. Look at the strip. That's that one. We don't want that one. We want. I don't know. I don't know what this is. This one. We've lost it. There we go. There. All right. Yeah. So this is the new thing here. We put strip at the front here. So basically, it's almost kind of like in the same way that you'd have those like uplights from like stages. So you'd have, but the difference is I can run little animations and stuff on it. So I can have different colors and like lightning effects and stuff coming from underneath. So it might be cool for some other types of like setup. So I'm constantly tweaking this like little area now. It's going to be interesting now kind of going into the next video, what we're going to be using this whole kind of setup for. We'll probably do something where we'll kind of like break it down a bit more. I'm getting used to all the buttons. But yeah, you can see it all there, all right butted up against the stage top system I've got there. It gives some nice uplighting on things. Like you could even, there you go. If I change the color of it, go like a green. So yeah, like you go like an uplighting from the front. Gonna be kind of cool. And yeah, and also kind of we're working on a little bit. This is kind of, ooh, we've got. I got to change the lighting here. There we go. There we go. We go back. Are we live? I don't know if we're live. I think so. I think so. We're live. I don't know. I'm getting some errors happening on here. Shout out in the chat if it's all right. If it's not, then well, I got to work this out. But yeah, basically, I wanted to show what's underneath there. Go that one. Let's do that one. So now we can go underneath. Yeah. So basically, I've set up the old fog box again now, so it's all hooked up, and we've got all the pipes and stuff running up and underneath, back under the stage top there. So I wanted to hook up some more pipes as well, so we're going to get a bit more kind of fog going. But yeah, it's going to be. Yeah, let's hook up some more because I'm going to be using some of the old steam pipes that we used on like previous videos, and I know they're kind of more like for like a industrial steam kind of setting, but there's some cool like little modifiers for different types of like smoke effects. So you can have it for like low-lying kind of stuff, or if you want to just kind of direct it in particular ways. So that's where I'm going to kind of aim towards using it for this kind of thing. Yeah, so I'm gonna hook up. I'm gonna hook up another. I'm gonna hook up another. I'm gonna hook up another pipe. I'm gonna set it to that. No. Okay. I think so. I think we're good. I think we're good now. But yeah, I'm basically gonna use some of these pipes, which are the like, basically they're just like pop tube kind of things. And I found that these are a pretty good, like, cheap way to kind of get extension from like a reptile fogger kind of thing, or from the like the steam pipe systems, and they fit pretty well into what. It's gonna roll away. Yeah, they fit pretty well into there because I've got these little connectory type dealies. Hugh, hey Rick. Hue is awesome, but do you use WLED with addressable LED strips? I'll be honest. I've never heard of those, so I'd have to check it out. I'm always looking to kind of improve some things, or if we're gonna have some like cheaper, cheaper alternatives to things. I'm gonna hook up these because I want to have some like chimneys happening. I'm going to use some of these pop tubes to get some fog going, I reckon. Yeah, let's go over here. Oh. I'm going to pop them in here. So I've got many little ports in here that I'll use for fog. At the moment, I don't have anything coming in there. But we'll have some more fog coming in soon. There we go. I might actually turn on the timer for that. And there's a little inbuilt fan that we've got in here. It's just like one of those USB fans. Oh, I was looking for these. Perfect. All right. So it's already getting stinky. But yeah, I've got one of these like 3D printed tiles that kind of match one of the stage top tiles that we've got here. It's like a half tile. So now I'm going to use that to kind of slot in to one here. I wanted to add a little chimney stack to there. So probably going to see what we need to kind of piece in there. But I should be able to connect one of the pipes from down here up into where it is. Oh, I've got fog coming out of there already. I'm going to take out one of these tiles. And see, the stage top has all these like cool little holes and stuff. That's mostly what I use to kind of get fog and lights and wires and that kind of thing. Yeah. Whoa. Does this one fit? I don't know. I'm putting it in the wrong way. There we go. Let's see what I'm doing. Should fit. Oh, this one just not fit. I literally like just tested this a second ago. Maybe there's a different kind of pipe. I'm gonna try one of these. Yeah, see the blue one goes in. Lickety split. I'm gonna swap out that red one. Now I've seen a lot of folk put like the fog into like the edging around here, which is a cool way to do it. But I like kind of doing the tile method, mostly because you can put it in different spots on the board. At least that's what I've found. Yeah, see, we got fog come through there now. Whew, stinking it up. I actually am going to just deactivate this camera real quick, just because I feel like I'm pushing things a little. Back. Whoa. I don't know what that is. But yeah, subscribe. Oh, sorry, we're going to catch up on the chat here. Evening. We got Daffod in the chat. Those things have two different ends. It's the red one back. I think the red one was fine, but yeah, Daffod, you're right. There are two types of these types of pipes. One is like a thicker one, which is the one I use for this, and there is a different one. Which is this like narrow well one. So there's two types I've found on Amazon, but you can get like a big pack of them. They're a lot cheaper than getting like the reptile fogger kind of pipes, which is good.
Hey there!
I don't know what's going on. Sabotaging my stream here, pal. But yeah, we've got the fog coming out of there. What else we got? So now I wanted to add like some little chimney, smoky, stacky kind of things. So we've got lots of little options. I haven't used like the steam pipe things for a while, so this is good to kind of get into it. Just kind of looking to see if I've got like a right angle one. Yeah, I've got one. I might just see if I can connect that together. make a little stacker. Or we could just chuck a chimney in there. I like the small ones. I like the small stacks. But yeah, one thing I quite like, because we've got like this right angle fixture, kind of blows it out to the side. We've got like little chimney kind of ones that have like the little twisted little chimney parts. Actually, let's get the chiller going as well, because yeah, the chiller is going to help make this fog a little heavier, I reckon. Chiller down here somewhere. Oh, yeah, we got the reptile fogger hooked up to it. But he's not turned on because he's not plugged in. Yeah, it would help if we had power going, Seth. That'd do it. Lovely, we got power now. We got it. Oh yeah, so that's going to keep lots of smoke coming out now. And it's going to act as a little cooler too. But yeah, we've got the chimneys, and I see over there in like the far corners, I've got some of those like elbow bits. One thing I do notice that it still does come out a bit fast. And I've been trying to kind of incorporate some of these like little stipple sponge guys to decelerate it a bit more. For instance, like, yeah, let's see if we can do it here. So see how it's coming out pretty thick and fast. And that's the thing with a lot of those smoke effects. Deceleration is key. So that's why I'm trying to work this into there. See, I need to focus it a bit more. Oh yeah, see, if that's in there, it'll make it a little bit heavier. Yeah, this is kind of going all over the place. Not exactly the plan. How do you compensate for extra moisture that's from the machine, from the fog machines? Hey, yeah, that's a good question. Like, depending on what fog machines you use, so like down here we've got the reptile fogger down here. And that one is probably going to be the culprit for the most moisture. Fog machine, the regular fog machine up here, that's going to be more of a oily kind of residue. But in the end, like if you leave it mostly enough, it'll dry up, I've found. But if I find things getting a little bit too wet, I might just turn off that one. And you can dial this one up. I don't think that was even on. There we go. Oh, that's better. Yeah, that'll work better. And you see on here, I'm mostly with the fog box, a lot of the moisture and stuff just gets captured in here. And you might see on the bottom here, we've got like a bit of a drip tray. So if anything kind of builds up in the box, it might kind of leak into this. But I'd much rather have most of the moisture kind of happening down here than up on the terrain board. Like most of the time, you'll see like a lot of that fog, fog condensation happen near the ports. And the kind of slower, more decelerated type stuff, that will kind of probably make more kind of a condensation happen. So if it's coming out kind of like more thick and fast like this, that's probably going to be not too shabby, not too bad. Yeah, now I've got that, now that I've got the reptile fogger working, it's probably going to work a lot better now. Actually, let's see if we can get more distance on this thing. I know I used to I had some like decelerator pieces as well. I'm gonna just cram that in there. See how it goes. Let's choke it a bit. And I noticed because I've got more ports now. Yeah, that's rubbish. I'm gonna take that out. And because I've got more ports happening around the table, that kind of thrust is a lot less than when I just had the two. Do I ever have to clean the minis in terrain? No. Usually it just dries over time. So I know a lot of folk might get kind of sensitive about it, and fair enough. Like, you spent a lot of effort and time into kind of making these kind of miniatures and stuff, and you want them to be protected and not get ruined and stuff. But of all the stuff, I abuse everything pretty heavily through all kinds of like little effects and stuff all over the place. Yeah, so yeah, there's some cool pieces. Like this one's like a little side vent, and you can put different kind of caps on top. There was another piece that was really good. Yeah, like what do we have? Oh, I'm going down memory lane here of all the pieces that we used to have. Where did we have it? Oh, it's in here somewhere.
Come on, buddy, pick it up.
Ah, got it. Yeah, we've got one of these, which is like what is it? It's like omnidirectional, I guess. So we put like a cap on that one. See, now it'll kind of just blow that fog effect in different directions. So I'm kind of thinking like I might have to make different themed versions of these like little delivery systems. Jai Daru, good to see you. Board Game Maniacs. I really enjoy the past video did a while back about running pipes around the board with holes to disperse the fog. I'm wanting to do something similar for my gaming set. Any advice? Yeah, that was the reptile fogger video, and that was mostly to do with the humidifier kind of fog. So yeah, that one was really good for like running fog around like a smaller kind of area as well. So yeah, at the moment, what we've got going on here, so all the fog here mostly, that's happening. Yeah, we could turn off. Let's turn off the stage light here. What the hell is covering the camera here? I got something. Oh, it's just like a piece of paper. There we go. Yeah, at the moment, all the fog we got going on here is just humidifier-based fog. And that's really good for like localized, kind of smaller, kind of more weather-related, kind of persistent effects if you want them to kind of linger. Just kind of, it's almost like a thinner kind of effect that if you want it to kind of keep continually going. I found that mostly the glycerin type fog, the smoke machine fog, that is really kind of good for like the thicker effects, more kind of like wispy, ghosty type stuff. So I'm gonna like pump that in now. And with that, yeah, you really need, so like right now, it's like, yeah, I really need like an edge there to kind of keep all that delicious smoke inside. Actually, I actually am gonna get some little edge thing, I think. We got these little plastic things that should slide in there. Although I've put the little, what is it? Oh, it's the the hue strip now. It's all over it. But yeah, normally I would have these kind of here, and that would help keep that fog in there. And see, like, yeah, having all these like underlighting like this really kind of like boosts the level of that fog. You see, if I turn that off, let's turn that off. And see how it's not as dramatic. But yeah, if I turn it on, And it just, whoa, just gives it so much body when you kind of like underlight stuff. I wonder if we can get some like cool effects happening on this guy. Oh, we can. What can we do? Yeah, like getting distracted here. We've got sparkle, underwater, prism, cosmos. Yeah, we can try underwater, see how that is. Ooh, the underwater one's nice. See, it's quite bright. Let's see if I can go a lot less. But yeah, that can create some like really cool, eerie stuff. I definitely need to see if I can get a little bit more space happening on some of these edges, I reckon. Yeah, now since I've put that LED strip in there, it's pretty tight in there. I might have to maybe make a nice little kind of clip system on there to pop that in there, because I definitely want to be able to keep that fog in there. And what fog are we? Let's see, I've got the humidifier going at the moment and a little bit of that one. See, on those far ones, we've got too much smoke coming out. I reckon it's coming out too fast. I'll turn that off. Yeah, see if we get a little bit more of that other smoke coming. But I really like to be able to mix it. But yeah, see how fast it's coming out? I wonder if we can get a bit more deceleration happening. These stipple sponges. Let's see if I choke that in the front there. I was tempted to kind of see if I could make like a 3D printable version of that kind of lattice. Yeah, maybe I have to turn that. You can see it comes out a lot heavier now, and that's all just getting more of that deceleration. It is going to get a lot moister there, but yeah, let's chuck a little guy there. See, he's loving it. Juicing it up, especially if we get some underlighting happening from underneath there. Yeah, it's super creepy. So yeah, looks like I need to design some better bits to decelerate the fog. So I'm thinking maybe if I do more of a natural formation series of these pipes, these outlets. So if it was like a rock or a shrub or something, I'm gonna see if I can work like this kind of lattice into there so we can really start to get some of that low-lying effect going. See, that's quite thick. I reckon I could even turn off the humidifier right now, it'd be okay. Because right now that fog box is going to be super packed with a bunch of that humidifier fog. Let's zoom out a bit. Here we go. Yeah. So now all I need to do is, I've got the fog machine on a bit of a timer. I'm going to do just a little puff. And probably just, if I can lower the fan speed as well. How low can I go on the fan speed? That's pretty low. Yeah, that's nicer. I'm gonna take this guy out of here. Yeah, that's looking spooky. Super spookums. And yeah, if I had that edge going, because see, yeah, we're losing a lot of this fog. It's coming off the edge. If I had, maybe I can just do like a temp thing right now, just to kind of keep this fog in there. Just gonna quickly tape these edges together actually. See if that holds it. Yeah, okay, so on the list to design some clips to kind of hold this stuff on the edge. Or maybe even if it was just like a, yeah, maybe it's just like a clip to kind of go over the corner and maybe a joiner on the sides. So that way I don't even have to worry about it being compatible with the table. It's just kind of isolated to itself. I could print it in clear, I guess. That could be good. I'm just gonna see if we can extend this edge a bit. But yeah, we can, yeah, you can see now we're keeping that delicious fog that we're making staying in there. And then you don't have to go as heavy. But yeah, it's I think honestly, just for like atmosphere, like it just adds so much to like the lighting, because it really gives just like that body to a lot of the lights. Having it play off all the like fog and stuff. So, gotta make the edge thing. I gotta make little clips, I reckon. Because I think having the clear plastic around there is pretty good, especially if you don't have to like have the whole table set up. You can have like just like the fog pumping into the table, and just having like a little clear edge you can just kind of snap together. That'd be pretty cool. And I need to work out how to get a bit of that lattice designed into some of those fog pipe modifiers. Add those to the list. I wonder if you can make a screen mesh stage top square. Oh, you mean like a flatter kind of one? I had thought of doing something like that with the dungeon blocks. I had a whole setup. We could play around with that. We could try it right now. Have the mist just rise out from the sandy ground. I see what you're saying, because we had something like that, which was like this little box that had like little tiny pipes, little tiny holes that were kind of like peppered through it, and with like the mesh over it. I think it was like the Halloween cloth, the like cheesecloth kind of type stuff. It really kind of like oozed through. Really got nice and decelerated coming out of the top. But yeah, I think we could try something like that, because I've been wanting to try that with what's its name? I had the dungeon blocks table that I was setting up like a while back. Sorry, I'm just gonna make some space here. We can try it out here, I reckon. I'll just get some stuff.
Oh, so slow.
I know. I'll get there. I just gotta find all the stuff first. Yeah, we got the table. It's a bit of a mess though. And I wanted to see if I could get some stuff underneath. Ooh, everything. Get all these lights. But yeah, let's try something. Because I wanted to see if, because it's not airtight between these gaps, these little holes. So I wonder if we could get fog coming up through there somehow. I had an idea. So yeah, let's have a look if I can hook that up. Because we've got the pipes coming from the fog box, which I'm super happy about because that thing has been all disconnected for like a long time. So it's nice to have it all properly hooked up now. We hooked that up throughout the week, so it's all good. Probably needed just like be nice to have it on like a dolly or something so I can wheel it around. But yeah, I had an idea of how to try and get some like fog coming out from underneath this. See if we can get a little bit more light on there. Alrighty. Yeah, so it's a bit of an experiment. This was for a while back where I had like magic sand in here and we had like pipes coming through and I've got a little hole in there and I was wondering, can I have this guy underneath this table setup so that it would fill with fog and just whatever would just kind of like drift up through underneath. That's kind of the thought. I'll have to see if it works out that way. All right, so we put it underneath. Should be space. This is like a little planter tray. Seems to sit on it pretty nice. It's just not going to be airtight. Square-shaped funnel, and the fog box comes out. It comes up through the narrow part of the fog, pushes it through, stiff mesh. I do have a good like modifier, which is basically, it's almost like a little kind of like box that has like that Halloween cloth over the front. And it's got like a little bit more space in it. So when the fog kind of gets in there, it has to kind of like fill it and then ooze out. So that, you're kind of spot on with that idea. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can run a pipe all the way from over there. Have to get more of those shrinky pipes. We can do it. What would you recommend for more permanent setup for the lighting? What style, so you can accentuate the different fogs? What would you recommend for a more permanent setup for the lighting? Like if I was making a game room and this was kind of like, all right, I'm going to make the proper lighting of whatever I'm gonna do in there. Or is it kind of like, I don't know, if it's more of a localized kind of thing? Like, yeah, how big of a setup are we talking about here? Just like the table, or we're talking like a whole room kind of thing? Ceiling disco lights. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can fit this in. Yeah, that should fit. That's what she said. Oh, come on. Oh, it's not fitting. There we go. Let's squeeze it. There we go. We got it. It's in. All right, that's pretty snug. So, all right, so we got the fog. Come out of there, and then we're going to try and come from all the way from over there. It's gonna, yeah, well, the good thing about it traveling such a long distance is it's going to have plenty of time to decelerate, which would be good. Okay, so that's coming all the way from the fog box up to the little tray that I had underneath there. Let's come over here. All right, so yeah, we had the little tray underneath, and we got the pipe going all the way from the fog box over there. So we'll see how that. So yeah, we'll see how it works. See if it works. Come in close. Let's have a look. What do you reckon, Brainer? You reckon it's gonna work?
Shove it!
That's the idea. Okay, let's see if we. I'm going to just get a little puff. See how it goes. If it comes out. Okay, I can see it. I can see it smoldering out the back there. I don't know if this is working the way I want it to. I mean, I do have those other. I'm going to block off the other pipes that were coming from the big table. That way we know we're just getting what we set up with this one. Oh, I need another cap. There's one cap over here. Yep, got it. All right. And then we're going to try and get, humidifier going as well. We might need a little bit more fan. So at the moment, I think we would just have humidifier coming through. Let's see. Let's firstly see if it's coming out. Yeah, I see fog. I see fog happening. All right, we're filling that tray. I think you're right. I think we do need some kind of like decelerator over the top of it. This is fully experimental here. I'm trying to see if it's gonna do what we want it to do. Because I want it to kind of like ooze out of all these like little cracks and holes. At the moment, all I can see it's doing is just coming out of the base there. It's not exactly what I had in mind. Still cool, but yeah, let's try and have it. It's probably just taking the path of least resistance because we've got all of this stuff on top that is blocking a lot of that airflow. It's just going for what's easiest. And the easiest way is to kind of go out of these gaps that we've got on the sides. So I guess if I was trying to work this into it, I'd have to do something to kind of keep it as part of that table. I was just kind of looking to see if I could recycle that tray for something. Let's dent it up a bit, see if this works. We're just getting more fog on the table. That's cool, but yeah, it looks like it's just coming out the sides. Yes, definitely seems like we need something a bit more. Whoa, look at that though. It's like a soap. Good for like a cauldron special effects kind of stuff. Yeah, so yeah. All right. Look, I've been wanting to try this for weeks, so it was good to see. Obviously, yes, need something a bit more airtight by the looks of things. Just be able to kind of force it in there. Ah, it's really dumping. Yeah, maybe if we get some, I don't know. I mean, it's good to try this stuff, I think. Um, 6x4 table. I mean, what I'm going for with this setup at the moment, I'll show you what I've got. There are different options, right? You either go for like easier and more expensive to kind of set up, or, I mean, I've got, because what I've got here for this table setup is I've got these lights, which are these bar lights, which are, I think it's like 24 LEDs that are like red, blue, white, and green, and they're all controlled through a computer program called QLC Plus, and you can get some really kind of nice detailed like animations, and like even this one I've just got a bit of a wash going over the whole board, and like, yeah, the further back I position those lights, the more kind of spread over an area I would get. But yeah, see, I can get everything quite bright. But we also have, yeah, if I set it to, you see, you can get like cool little animations and stuff. Hang on, I'm gonna just turn off all of these. Boosh, boosh. So this is DMX lighting. So it's not cheap, but you can get cool little animations. So like this is kind of like an explosion kind of thing. We'll go up and show you what it looks like. See, you can, but you have to kind of program those or animate those yourself, right? So you can get cool little like variety of animations and stuff, which aren't too hard to kind of program. Like you kind of basically, each one of these, like where the positioning is an individual scene, and I've got things that are like transitioning from scene to one to another. I've got videos on the channel that kind of show you a little bit more how to kind of set that up, but that's kind of the benefit of DMX, is that you can get those cool little lighting scenes. There's like animations and stuff. So it's great for like stuff like this, where you want it to be kind of like dynamic, or if you want to get more kind of like, I guess more custom type stuff and colors. But you can also do kind of similar stuff with like lighting stuff, with smart lighting stuff. So if we turn that guy off, right? Well, let's just get a little bit of light happening on this guy. And yeah, see, like the hue stuff is really good because it's pretty responsive. And if you wanted to hook it up into like a Stream Deck type deal, you can get some decent styles of like animations on them as well. The only drawback is that they can be, expensive. Although, like, I do like to kind of keep an eye on Amazon if they're going to be having like sales and stuff. But like, for instance, if we go to like, what do we have? They've got a few like types of like, let's see if I can show you guys what. So this is kind of like for that hue strip, and the strips are actually pretty decent in terms of like brightness. You could kind of position them in a way that you could have a couple of them kind of like suspended as well if you wanted to kind of light a bigger table. And they're a little bit easier to kind of like set up in terms of like animations. But yeah, you can see they get quite bright. But you got like some animations you can kind of do on it. Like, so let's say we went like the candle here, so you get kind of like a flickering type of effect. And you could go just like up the brightness of that. And you could even, can you change the color of it? Yeah, so you could change the color of it as well. So say we wanted it to be like blue, and then we might make it faster. So you have to be a little bit kind of creative to kind of do it that way. But then you kind of have like an electricity effect, right? So yeah, these ones, so like that, probably the hue stuff is probably the easiest to set up for like simple kind of animations like this. I don't know if you can do like running kind of lights. That's more like a RGB IC kind of deal. Cancel. I don't reset effect. I don't. Oh, we got here glisten. Ugh. So yeah, these type of I think they've got newer versions of these LED strips that kind of like go back and forth. And another thing I like are these kind of like, I use these for my video lights. I'm not sure if you can see them, but they're the Hue Play ones as well. Let me try and turn it off. Now you can't see it. But yeah, you can't see it at all. There we go. And I use those for like larger kind of like areas of like key lighting, that kind of thing. So yeah, you can kind of go either way. It just kind of depends on budget and like the you know, amount of type of stuff you're kind of trying to light as well. And yeah, how much time you want to invest in like doing the animations. Like you're a bit more limited on the types of animations and stuff that you get with like the Hue stuff, but you know, it's easier to hook up. You can get a bit more kind of specialized and stuff with the DMX style lights, which are cool, and you can get really kind of like for instance, like yeah, if we look at, hang on, if we go back to like this one. So see how it's got it kind of broken up into those segments, which is really kind of cool. But you could, if you just wanted to like really get dramatic, can I go to? Yeah, you can see. I'll show you a little bit. I'm kind of controlling it on this program. I'll go to. Hello, was it this one? This one? I think it's this one. Yeah. So this, the bar is kind of broken up into these segments. Oh, it doesn't have white LEDs. I lied. But basically, you could. Well, you can get white from it. I just thought they had white LEDs. But yeah, you can. I quite like these ones because you can get some really cool like dramatic effects. And see, I only have to light up like that middle section, which is kind of cool. So then you can get like little just dramatic like spots in the middle. And yeah, I think even, yeah, Daffod mentioned it, but yeah, projectors are really nice too. Yeah, we can take probably a better look at projectors, maybe next stream. That might be good. Because yeah, because that is actually something I want to hook up to this, because we have like the main projector that I'll use up there, but I do want to have like a special effects one as well. So that's going to be a smaller one that I'll probably just kind of have kind of closer mounted, maybe just above it, so I can target it for like little kind of localized effects. And that's good for like little fire effects or like little kind of like ghosty wispies kind of like going around. I'm just trying to work out how I'm gonna like get a video signal. I'm thinking maybe a Chromecast or something, being able to kind of like do it wirelessly, just because I've run out of HDMI ports on all of this stuff. Yeah, I'm just kind of like working out that kind of stuff. So yeah, but it's kind of like one of those things that you can kind of take what you like. And if you're in the Discord, be sure to reach out and we can discuss more ideas, or you just leave a comment and we can chat on the stream comments as well. Yeah. So, but yeah, this was super nice to kind of get in here and try out some stuff. So next week I'll probably try and hook up some of the projector stuff for some of those effects. We did have a little look at that kind of thing a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, this is going to be more of a semi-permanent type of setup. And then yeah, I've got the new video to move on to, which is super exciting. So I'll put the trenches away finally, and we're going to be moving on to something probably I'm thinking a little bit more fantasy style. I am starting to 3D print some cyberpunk stuff too. So yeah, lots of spinning plates, lots Lots of things. Lots of things. Rick, good to see you, buddy. Addressable F-Cob LED strips. App and dedicated WLED controller can do infinite animations at a fraction of the cost of Hue, under $100. Yeah, I guess it's kind of like if you're technically ability to do that kind of thing, go for it. I have no ability with that kind of stuff. I could try, but yeah, like if I look into that, maybe. I'm going for the simplest for me at the moment. But yeah, I should look into that kind of stuff too, because if you could save money on that kind of stuff, that's great. Yeah, I think this is where we're gonna leave the stream for now. This was super fun to kind of look at some of like the fog setup that we had going for this table. I'm looking forward to kind of setting it up for a new kind of location that we're going to be working on. And we're going to be slowly, gradually working on this type of setup to get some live play action in the stream on the channel. So subscribe if you don't want to miss out when we go live with some of those things in the future, which should be fun. A huge thank you to everyone who watched the stream and my Patreon supporters. And until next time, take care of yourself and let's create and inspire. What do you say, Brano?
Hurry up.
That's great. Thanks, man. Until next time. All right. See you later.
What a load.